No, I can't. I can't tell you until we start because it's so good.
We need it right.
Yeah.
Where's your wee bust? Bust.
Birthday to you.
Stop it!
Happy birthday to you.
No!
Happy birthday, dear Bronagh. Happy birthday to you.
I love that that's a big creamy bun.
So we both came in and we both had the same idea separately. So like this, I was like, oh, I got her. We both got you Swiss rolls.
Did you both get this cake
And
separately?
and I.
Did you?
Uh-huh.
It's like, oh my god!
Are you trying to get it for the camera? 'Cause at the moment it says up.
I love it. Pa pa
Fa.
fa.
It says pee pee ha.
Pee-pee-ha.
Pee pee ha.
That's me, Sean. Thank you thank you too so much.
You're very well. Is it weird? Yes, because I came in and I was like, there, and he's like,
A jaunty angle. Oh my god, I love it.
you gonna have? Oh, should I put mine to the other side?
Let's get our wee photo.
We're recording, by the way, so.
Are we?
We're already all recording.
I didn't even know we were recording, so thank you so
You're very welcome. Happy birthday,
I
darling.
really am so I'm so touched. I actually feel like I can't believe you both looked at that cake separately and went, Bronagh would love it.
Uh-huh. Do you like Swiss roll?
I
As my granny would say.
love a big bit of fucking Swiss roll.
And
I love a big cream pie. Do you know what I mean?
I heard they like cream pies in the Daphne. So.
Yeah!
I thought it was more.
Oh, Ben Daphne! Oh my god, I'm so buzzing!
I thought it was more like a bratwurst sort of a place that you got.
Amazing. Tell me this.
Tell me this and tell me no more. Oh,
I love you
God,
too,
I
David.
love you too. I didn't. Sean,
Another one because I love you.
the bees, 2 wee.
So we're recording, yeah? Hi, welcome to my birthday episode of Word Up. How the hell are ye?
We'll introduce ourselves like this here, like,
Yeah, be like.
and then. Ooh. The two dicks doing this time.
I love it.
That's good.
We're two balloons.
You ready?
Hold on, ready?
Wait, 1, 2. And right, go over the top. Right, 1, 2, 3.
Welcome to my birthday episode of Word Up with these two balloons. Fucking having a ball. Yeah, of course.
How does one say happy birthday, Ash Gaelge?
Braille Honaditch.
Braille Honaditch. Braille Honaditch.
Braille Honaditch.
Braille Honaditch.
Do you know, for my birthday, in true Millie style, David and I are having a WKD zero.
Zero.
Nuala bought these for us and we didn't even know. My mate Nuala's here as well. Shout out to Nuala.
Hey, Nuala.
Sitting on the Sean sofa.
Just say hi, Nuala, really quickly.
Hi.
Like, get out.
She's wearing a wee hat. That's you done, darling. Checks in the post. I really do love this. It's giving me getting fingered in the Falls Park.
But it's
in
nice.
2002.
It's sort of like getting fingered in the falls. It is. It reminds. But it's a wee bit like
harkens back to happier days.
Like blueberry. You know, like the blueberry Vitasaid. Yeah. Blueberry Vitasaid.
25p bottle of juice.
Well, back in the day, but just Vitasaid's about £2.60 now.
I know. The price of inflation. There's women on the streets down the Devonish sucking dick for a bottle of Vitasaid. Tell me this.
Right.
What do you think of the Devonish tobacco?
Oh, come on.
I think it was good crack.
I think it's a bit of good crack. Come on now.
See all these pearl clutchers acting like they've never seen a dick before.
Maybe that's the problem.
Maybe
they haven't.
I mean, I get it.
Although
over
if that was
here,
if some of those were the first dick you ever saw, you would be over.
You'd be very disappointed in all the other dicks you saw.
Your expectations would be quite girthy.
You were like, I thought that it was supposed to be like this, but no, it's a midget's thumb in a bush.
It's actually like a big beefy draft excluder.
Yeah, and don't worry, lads. What I'm saying is, it's not the size of the hammer. It isn't even the nail that you're throwing it at. It's just how you use that hammer, and it's totally fine.
But
remember that you have other tools in your box.
You do.
Yeah, like
remember.
I mean.
There's other things going on. But I think, I think this is pure, like, Nolan vision. Do you like stuff that's, like, put out there for no reason other than that people go, oh my God,
people are like,
slapped in the face with my dick.
I went into my local shop and there's a wee woman works in there and she's just, like, really lovely and well-spoken.
And she had a big veiny slap across her face.
She had a black eye. She had a black eye and a split lip, right? And I was like, did she have her lip? And she's like, no, love.
No, she's the Devonish. She slapped me with a stick.
But there was people talking about it, and I thought she was going to chirp in and be all, here's what's. Well, I actually think that they were just having fun.
Yes.
And I went, yes, Pat. And she was like, they were just having, she went, do you know what the bad thing was there? Do you know what went wrong? People recorded it. And I was like, of course, no face, no case. Do you know what I mean?
Well, there's the very famous nightclub in Berlin, Berghain. Do you want to talk about it? Yeah. I wouldn't. You get into it then because you're all dressed in black and looking cool. They wouldn't let me in. But they give you, it's like really famous, it's really famous, it's famously hard to get into. And does anybody see John Wick 4?
Yes.
You're the guy who slaps him around the head with a dildo.
I haven't
goes,
seen
I
it,
am
but I know
Walter, or whatever his name is. He goes whack and he knocks him out with a dildo. Well, that is the head doorman of Berghain. But
head doorman,
the head,
literally and figuratively.
And so anyway, whenever you go in, if you do get in, they give you stickers and you have to put them over your cameras so that nobody can be. And I think, and they've started doing that on some queer nights in Dublin, just because there's been such rises of anti-trans and anti-gay hate in Dublin, so you can't get a photograph of you online.
That's good, though.
But I think that they should have done that. They should have gone, right, no photographs.
More clubs need lock boxes. Like, just put your fucking phone down and have a laugh.
Put your phone away.
Do you know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong, there are certain things that are just built for the gram. Like, we went to the Peculiar Tea and it was absolutely amazing. And it's not just the attention to detail.
Where is that?
It's down beside Queen's University. So, like, off University Street. Like,
yeah, where Beatrix Kennedy used to be.
So, it is, you go in, they'll have a themed tea, cream tea, and then a themed dinner. And we did the tea, and it was Harry Potter themed. So I am naturally, I'll give you a wee look at my skirt.
Do-do-do-dun. Do-do-do-dun.
So
that's class.
I'm Morticia Adams, but I had the wee glasses on and I looked a bit like Moni Myrtle, which was alright.
Yeah. I just want to know,
as long as somebody makes me moan.
What happened? Like, nobody really investigated why Mona Myrtle drowned in the boys' toilets.
We do know this.
Oh, do we know this?
Yeah, she didn't drown.
Wow. Oh.
The basilisk came out.
Oh, but why was she in the boys' toilets?
She was a pervert.
I thought that.
She was a fucking pervert,
Oh,
so
wow.
she was. She was always like, the bubbles were gone.
And that actress at the time was 47.
I know she was.
And he was like,
That was her. It was any. We not Bridget Jones about 20 years ago.
You know Bridget was wee Moni smoking friend in the toilets.
Yeah, she's a funny wee voice, her, doesn't she?
She does.
I just keep looking at this cream going, oh my God.
We don't even have a fucking name.
Would it be really bad if I just went,
Just stick your, they're your Swiss rolls.
oh my God!
They're your Swiss rolls.
That is the cream that I used to talk about when I was a kid.
Cookie cream.
That's really fun.
Like this one was advertised as fresh cream, but
It is fresh cream, but it has sugar in it.
But what would you call? We would call that in Lurgan. We would call that cookie cream.
Really?
So it's not like it lasts a wee bit longer and it's sweeter than just fresh cream.
Right.
So you put the ones you would get in your buns. We would call that cookie cream. I think in dairy they call it sweet cream.
I wish I knew what you called that. Whenever I remember I was turning 7, or was it 6? Either way, I was my ma was making my birthday cake because I was one of those wee Weasley kids. Everything was homemade.
That's going to look like a ghosty thing happened there, Sean, because you walked past and the balloon moved.
And I remember she was like, "Do you want?" And I went, "I want the cream. There's like sweetie cream."
Yes.
And she was like, "What do you mean?" And I couldn't describe to her what it was.
Were you just getting this to your mommy?
Yeah.
Your mommy should have took you to the bakery. Because the woman in the bakery or the man in the bakery would have understood what you're talking
My
about.
ma wouldn't. But you know what the best part
Was your
of it
mommy's name
was?
called Monica?
Yeah, Monica I wanted to go to Gulliver's Kingdom, which was like, do you remember Gulliver's Kingdom? It was like a big funky monkeys for kids, only actually really good, right? And
no offense, Monkey Monkeys, if you
No
want to give us some,
offense.
if you want to give us some,
yeah.
some what do you call it, some sponsorship.
But so I wanted to go there and have a party, and and then she was like, no, I don't really have the money. And I was like, right, well, we'll just have a party in my house.
Yeah.
And a birthday cake. But I knew that my mummy didn't want to have a party in the house. So she was going to me, why don't you just have your birthday today with me and then we'll have a day out with your friends and go to Gulliver's Kingdom another time. And I knew it was one of those ones, I'll think about it another time.
On the 32nd of July.
So I didn't want to gamble. And I knew that, like, I didn't want to gamble and say, yeah, we'll do that. So I was like, no, party today. My house. So the poor woman was fucking stressed out. Like, oh, God love her.
She fell in. She was hoisted by her own petard. Really, there. Really, she should really have. She should have put her foot down and went like this here. No, you're not having no party. You're going out for the day with your mat.
And your granda.
We're going to Delaney's.
Down to Delaney's and get your granny a good cake, good apple slice.
Lovely.
Do you know, I was going to say something to you. Yeah, the gay thing, the gay club that doesn't let you take the photographs in it.
So, yes, I don't know which ones it is in Dublin now. And Berghain in Berlin isn't so much a gay club, but I think it is like
It's like a sex club.
there's like sexy clubby bits in it.
There's also to debauchery.
There's general shenanigans.
I love the word debauchery.
I love the word
And
debauchery.
I love actually saying that
Debauched.
places are a den of iniquity. You know, it's a den of iniquity. I'll be back next week.
Put me on the email list.
Yeah, definitely.
I want to know when there's more iniquity happening.
Yes, please.
Keep me up
I'm
till
all
date.
for equality, equanimity, and iniquity.
An iniquity.
Iniquity.
Den of iniquity.
Like, so the Devonish is the den of iniquity.
Well, there used to be a place in Ards, Newton Ards. People from Ards might be able to correct me on this here, and I can't remember. I don't want to say the name of the place because I think they're trying to like sprucing up their wee thing. But I think they were closed down at one point in like the late 90s, 2000s because there used to be like swingers parties upstairs.
Did there?
Like, and again, right? If you are
No, but like, are they still
invited,
happening or did they move location?
Oh, I don't know. So
Right, okay.
I just think it's very important to teach your kids from an early age the difference between, you know, a Skoda keyring and a Mercedes keyring
Yes.
with your eyes closed whenever you put your hat in the bowl. Do you know what I mean? Because you just have that.
Yeah, and you know that's what the woman in the shop said to me. She was like, all of these people on the Nolan show giving off saying that it's Catholic girls. She went, they might have a bit more money, but they all put their car keys in a bowl. I mean, why are they acting like they haven't seen one before? And I was like,
Exactly.
this wee woman's scared, like she's pure killing me.
I just think it's
A
almost...
Skoda key ring and being,
no, hey,
you know, if you
no.
really want to
Having
pump
autograph.
somebody, you bring your dad's car key. You're like, I don't even dream.
Your mobility motor.
Yeah, you know, top rate.
You bring the keys to your dad's van.
It might be BMW, a Mercedes,
Oh,
but it's a Mercedes white van.
Does that mean you have to go to the back of it with them? Like, if you pick the thing, you have to go to the van. You don't get to go to, like, the wee rooms.
Hold on a minute. Is that what it is? Do you lift the car keys and then you go out to their car?
No, you get the car key of... So you lift... So it's obviously this is whenever it was, like, mostly a straight person thing.
Right.
And you would pick the car key. So you would be... So you as the lady would pick the car key up and then you would go with the man whose car key that you'd picked.
Right. So
But
the
you
woman picked the car key.
Uh-huh.
Right.
What happens if like two people have the same Fiat Punto?
Yeah.
You would have to... press
Two
the
shit
button.
rides.
Well, you have to press the button and see which... whose lights light up in the
Where'd
in
I
the
park
drive.
at?
Yeah.
Oh, as...
Is your horn working? Yeah, just get up the fucking stairs.
Save that for your, well, not for your wife, save it for whoever you've picked instead of your wife tonight. But yes, good. I think as long as everybody is on, I think have we touched upon this before, like polyamory and things like that?
No,
there?
I don't think we have, and I would like to.
I would like to touch upon, but look, I think as long as everybody's on the same page and everybody's consenting and everybody's having good fun, I think it's nobody else's business.
Do you think the polyamory can work?
I don't think it could work for me,
I'm
but
too
I
jealous.
am delighted for people who that does work for.
Curtis is lucky that he's allowed to have a sister.
A
Like-
man is allowed to talk to his own mother.
He rings his man. But like, no, seriously, I'm just like, nah. Like, but no.
There seems to be like, if you know any, do you know anybody who's like in a polyamorous situation?
I do, and I actually want to get her on because
Do you
I
not
want to
think
talk to
there's
her.
an awful lot of like, there's an awful lot of texting and talking and like making sure everybody's all right, and there's just not enough shagging
Yeah.
for it seem to be.
By the time you filled out the questionnaires and the non-disclosures, like all the passion's gone.
Couldn't be bored.
Do you know
Couldn't
what
be
I
bored.
mean?
Couldn't
Too
be
much
bored.
red tape.
There's too much red tape.
Yeah.
Too much red tape, not enough black whips.
Do you know what I mean?
Um,
There was, yeah, I know. All these wee women read 50 Shades of Grey and were like, yeah, I want to be tied up. I want to be, and then next thing you know, you tag her kidnapping them and the fuckers report you to the police. I mean, there's just no policing some people.
what happens if the person has like a heart attack or something and like you're left just tied up to the bed and you
Did
can't,
you?
do you know?
David,
Right, is this a thing that happened?
this happened. Wait here. There's this like Spanish Judge Judy. Have you seen her? And she gets
What's her name?
Jueza Carlita. La
La
Jueza Carlita. I don't know, I'm making that up, I have no idea.
She has this like Jueza Carlita, right? And I must get it.
Is she blonde and is she Mexican? And she's like, aquí se habla español. Si no quieres hablar español, tienes que irte. And she's like totally giving off to the woman.
It. She really does give off to people. But what happens is, there was this guy and there was a woman suing him because he was shagging her husband, right?
Right.
So apparently she had arranged for her husband's birthday for him to shag the husband.
Right.
And the husband ended up dying of a heart attack. So he died of veracity of this thing is 100%. I went on a rabbit hole. I went down the rabbit hole. I was Googling. I was like, is this real? And then found all these Spanish articles. I was like, oh my God, these are real people.
Put the links in
But what happened was, he was her husband had expressed a wish to have sex with a man.
Right.
So she was like, oh, it's your birthday. Sweet. You know,
Okay,
do anything for you, mi
I
amor.
not need to touch you.
Exactly.
There you go. There's
But
Carlos
what
for you.
happened was, no. He was suing her, right? The lover was suing her.
So the guy that she brought in was suing her.
Because what happened was,
She had not
while they
divulged
were
any.
in flagrante, and he was...
Oh, sorry, that was not me. That was the seat.
Was it the actual seat?
It was the actual seat, or maybe IBS. You'll
Is
never
it because I'm
know.
Tony?
You'll never know.
We squeaky, we mouse ran by there in a
It's a
motorbike.
wee frog.
But while they were doing it, the man died, so he must have went
So the husband, like, just was
excited.
overcome or come over. So rude. So rude.
It's like, did you die? I might as well
Did
finish.
you die? Why did you die? He died when I was fucking him.
That's what he said. He was like, yeah. So it's all subtitled and I'm reading like a motherfucker. I'm like, right, okay. But you know what happened? When he died, then proceeded to die, the man's penis got stuck
Oh, his bum went like
in his
hair.
bum. So it must have went... And the guys... And he was like, and I have quite a big member. And it got broke. Like, it broke.
Oh, the dorsal vein of your penis can
Is
break.
that what that is? So there had to be a ambulance and...
Ambulancias.
Ambulancias and ambibolics. It was loads of stuff. So then all these medical bills and stuff. And he
And
was
there's
like...
a fucking corpse hanging off the end of your dick.
End of
Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
that's
at the end of the
horrendous.
day, I mean, I take my dead end of that. But I was just like, imagine being so good that you're causing him to actually have a heart attack. But he was suing her for damages because he
To
was
his
like
penis?
to his penis. He
But
was
she
like,
didn't die.
But he was like a call boy or something. He was like my income, my outcome, my cum didn't come
They
out.
come over his.
Yeah, so he was suing her, but you need to watch it. There's the maddest.
Did she get? But what happened? How did the judge end it? Did the woman was a bit like, listen. Basically, surely that's an act of God.
I think they actually did award damages.
Isn't it like, do you know
The
what I mean? Like,
judge did, because she was like, you should have paid him the fee that you said you were going to pay him anyway.
Oh, so she didn't
All
pay
this
him?
malarkey. Yeah, she was like, he should be giving me money, and he was like, no.
Oh, right. No.
baby.
She should,
Right,
I
so
agree with
right,
that. I do agree with that.
So she came after him first, being like, "You decked my husband so hard you killed him."
Yeah.
So you're not getting no fucking
Yeah.
wages.
And he
but
was-
so in the first instance, I was sort of thinking, what a heartless cunt. You know, he's killed this fella
Yeah.
He didn't get his,
inadvertently, but he's now he's coming for fucking more money.
Yeah.
she docked his wages.
She decked his wages.
And she wasn't giving
Yeah.
him his, she wasn't giving him his end. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
like
keeping
she
up
was,
her
she
keeping
wasn't
up her
keeping
end.
up her end. He was like,
Right.
I've been keeping your husband's end up even for
Your
otherwise
husband-
Indian.
Your husband's been hanging off my end for a couple of
For
weeks.
2 hours, can
like
somebody call the coroner?
I looked the show up. I think it's Caso Churrado. Is that what it's
Yes!
called?
Casa Cerrado.
Oh,
like House of
closed,
Truth, like Cerrado.
Casos or casas?
Caso.
Cases, closed cases.
Closed cases, like close the case.
Casos cerrados.
Right,
It says closed cases. But she.
And then you hear them, like, sometimes I get a wee bit of my Spanish in because they're like, es verdad. And I'm like, that's true. You know what I mean? Es verdad. There was another one. A man was suing his own brother.
Right.
His own brother.
His own
Su
brother.
propio hermano.
He was suing his own brother because his own brother had sex with his wife, right? But
What's his name?
while she was giving him oral sex, she choked on a semen and died. And then they had all
How
these,
much was he?
they had all these people.
spunking out?
They got the young man's mother in to say, yes, it's a genetic thing in their family. They cum buckets. Basically, it is you could choke on it, and
So there should be a warning.
yeah, like it all went down her esophagus, and she choked to death on stage.
was
What
it-
a way to go!
She aspirated on his spunk.
She aspirated on the aspermit. She
What kind of
aspermated.
Or
Like,
spermicate.
are they getting like an emergency like bracelet or something? Like,
Yeah, they should do.
It's a thing
Yeah,
like, please do
warning.
not sign this thing before you agree to swallow.
So,
Are you good at deep sea diving? You might be good enough for
How
crazy.
long can you hold your breath?
Yeah,
Can you breathe out your
Must do, like,
ears?
keep yourself-
absolutely.
How much spunk do you swallow on a regular basis? And what is
Yeah,
it?
eat this bowl of soup as quick as you can.
Oh, do you know like what do you call it? Like you like tomorrow? What do you call it? Like chicken soup and leave it to sort of congeal a wee bit.
wee bits in it, no?
Wee bits in it.
Yeah.
We have took this down a very
And you know
bad
something? I think
road.
like yeah. So we were talking about. Speaking of which, that's making me real.
I'm gonna eat it. Take a big chunk out of it. It's your cake.
I fucking do the baby one. My
Maybe
baby
a spoon or something. Like
like goes like this and just like puts his teeth into everybody's cake. It's hilarious.
If you die eating that cake, it's a whole other like case for that woman. And
It's a case in Casos Cerrados.
Casas de raros.
That's mad.
Yeah.
That's mad. But
Oh, here. See, we have had a giggle, but I want to tell you the word of the week
this
because
is the good word, the
the nice
interesting
enough word. I wanted to do this word because I was actually talking about this word yesterday. And
Confabulate.
yes,
Is it a word for like making stuff up?
you're close.
Like,
Yes.
it's making stuff. A confabulation is like a sort of you've made it up because
Yeah.
fabricate. Is it? Is that what it means? Make
Yes.
stuff up.
So I understood the psychological definition of confabulate because me and my therapist had a discussion about it before, and
And
I.
what's the kind
So-
of context?
I'll give you in the formal would be to engage in conversation, to talk, right?
Right.
So that's quite, but in psychiatry, it's used as like when you fabricate imaginary experiences in compensation for loss of memory. So the Mandela effect, but it's not necessarily the people are lying. So what it was, I was trying to unpick.
So I was having a wee burp there with my WKD.
I
That's one of the.
was trying to unpick something, and I was talking to him about somebody
Like a
telling
memory.
me something, and I said the way that they remember it isn't the way that I remember it.
No.
And he said, "Well, there's a thing, confabulation," and I was like, "Right." And he went, "So every time you remember something, you're not actually remembering it happening. You're accessing the last time your brain remembered it, right?"
Which is the last time you spoke about it.
Yes, the last time we spoke about it. So what happens is sometimes some people will give you details. You know, whenever you're studying history and they talk about like first-hand accounts and all the rest of it. Sometimes whenever you think about something and you remember it a certain way, then it locks into your brain and your brain thinks that actually happened.
Yeah.
So there's people that like witnessed 9/11 that'll say like, I was there, I was here at this time. And then they've looked back and went, why did I remember
couldn't
being
have
there
been,
for that,
yeah.
but I couldn't have been. But it's that they've confabulated it.
Isn't there that
Sometimes you can see other people's accounts and listen, and then you think
Isn't
you
there
have
that
a
like,
memory.
famous story of the girl, and they're like, oh, she must have come from one of these big rich families, and they were all around the dinner table, and there was like a stag's head, and there was like a big gun underneath it, and she was like, somebody was visiting, and she was like, yeah, so we were all sitting around here, and my granddad, so that stag's head. He jumped up, he was sitting over there, he jumped up, he grabbed the gun, and he went out and he shot it. And I was sitting here, and everyone was like, well, you couldn't have been sitting there because that happened 10 years before you were born.
Yeah.
But she could remember it because they had told the story so many times that she had created
Yes.
an inner narrative in which she was there. And if she had gone on a lie detector, she would have passed.
She would have passed it. Yeah, because Lorraine used to say it to me all the time. I'd be like, do you remember this? And she went, you don't remember it. You've just been told the story
if you
so
look-
many times.
If one looks at the word, like fabulate.
if one looks.
Because fabula, so like, there's the two, do you ever do like media? And you do like the sujet and the fabula. So the sujet, do you remember that?
Elaborate.
So the sujet, tell me if I'm doing it the right way, right? So the sujet.
I love that I'm drinking WKD with my finger up, my pinky.
Isn't
Yeah.
the sujet
cultured?
So if you're watching a movie, the sujet is like the story as it's presented. So the story as it's presented, and the fabula is the storyline as you create it, as you go along and you're given. So you fabricate, fabula. So if you confabulate something, then you're making something up with someone.
Yes.
So it's a joint effort of making
Yes.
something. So talking is a confabulation, but also if you're making it up, not making it up, but if you're creating
Creating it.
like maybe the memory or
Yeah.
discussing something.
Then you sort of think that you genuinely believe that you remembered it, but you didn't.
And your memory is
what I
very
mean?
fallible.
It is. Like, I never realised that, because do you ever think of something funny? Like, see, writing this show at the minute, I'll wake up, and it's always whenever I'm doing something
Yeah.
mundane that, like, something will come to me, and I'll
It's
be
never
like,
when you're like, right, I'm going to do a wee hour's worth of writing here.
Yeah, never-
I don't do
I
that
can,
anymore.
but then I go, it's actually better whenever it comes to you.
Yeah.
And
Unless you're your man with a dead person on his ass.
that's true.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, he came to that.
Or the other
I
one who
wonder
came
did
down
he?
your throat.
I wonder did he go, I made his belt.
sure, I'm here. Yes, I've started, so we'll finish.
Yes. He won't mind.
He won't, sure. But I know, but you like, I'm going back to that story. Like, there's a dead man on the end of your willy. His sphincter has scrumped around your member. But you know, whenever like the willy
Broke his willy.
broke his willy.
Scrumped.
But you know, I guess.
Nula's face just like scrumped.
But then, like, when an ambulance or somebody comes to the house, like, are they not like? Does like paramedics not need to try to revive you?
They do. Well,
So like they're trying to revive a man who's hanging off the end of you.
well, they couldn't. They'd have to get him out because they'd be like, clear. Do you know what I mean?
How do they do that? There would they do it like a wee sort of
Shocking.
like a backwards or like a what do you call them things you get for your scapula?
Scapula.
Is that right?
The paddles.
No, you
No.
know that whenever they open you up for your
Your smear.
I'm sorry.
Not my smear, like, but
I have to tell this story, but I do feel really, really guilty about this.
right.
When Nuala was going for her first smear, and she was like, "Do you reckon it'll be okay?" And I was like,
I'm gonna do Nula's face expressions.
she's like, "Stop."
She's biting her finger.
Do you know the way we should be encouraging people as women? Like, I have to go for one here.
Go for smears.
But we should be encouraging people as women and going like, yes, it's totally fine. It actually is totally fine. You don't feel a thing. It's grand. I mean, it's just like having sex.
What if you get a cheeky nurse?
But yeah, you might have fun. But she was like, be all right, won't it? And I was like, oh, see, whenever they get that like scapula thing and then they crank it and they crank it open, and she was going, her wee face was just falling and falling. And I was like, yeah, sometimes, like, you know, they need to crank. And she was like, Bronagh, stop saying crank!
You're imagining like
Stop!
your what do you call the thing you put your feet up in? The
Stirrups.
stirrups. Is it a forcep? Forceps?
No, that's what you get
Yeah,
the baby
baby.
out with. Like,
So what like a backwards forcep
yeah, it's like that. They're like,
for opening?
but
not
it's
for
only a wee
grabbing?
plastic thing, and they put it in, and then they go like that. So it's kind of, and you know, sometimes I try to make small talk, and she was like, "You don't know what to do."
It's not the her. On your
It
holidays.
was just like, I know. So what were you doing at the weekend? And you're like, hopefully there's no evidence of it down there. And she was like going to me, oh, that's great.
A sovereign ring comes
I
falling
can
out of you.
really
Oh,
see. That's what I call cash for gold.
We
Totally.
accept gold.
Can you imagine the pickpockets back in the day? Like, you know, like, come in here, gentlemen. And they'd, like,
Come in here. Come with me.
warm me up first. And then they're like,
Are you lonely, my lover?
getting all the sovereign rings off of them.
I would imagine if your woman Sticky Vicky from Benidorm, she would have
yeah.
been a pickpocket back in the
She
day.
would have picked your pocket big
She
with her
coulda-
pocket.
She'd have got her front pocket.
Her front
Her hot pocket.
Sticky Vicky died, didn't she?
She did. She did. And I
What?
think her daughter took over.
Stop
I
it.
think so, yes.
A protege.
Her protege. It's a legacy.
Junior.
The legacy of
Sticky Vicky Jr., but not smaller.
Lucy.
Lucy Good. Well, how do you do that? Like, how do you build up? I don't know, the
Some
pressure to
pretty fucking good Kegel muscle
So, like,
exercises. Like,
pops ping pong
does
balls.
it pop?
Yeah, like her whole show is she puts ping pong balls inside her vagina and then she pops them out at people. Like,
There you
like
go,
she
love.
can pop things. Like, how does
I think we should say vagina more like this. Like, I think we should say the French way, vagine. Do you think
Vagine?
vagine sounds like a
I-
nice word? Like,
I do. I like to say vagina, but
think
I
it
think it's
sounds
just
nice.
because I don't like saying vagina.
Yeah, but I think it just sounds. Vagina just sounds really
It sounds like an instrument. I suppose you
Vagina. He
could
plays
play
the
it.
vagina.
Yeah, he's really good playing the vagina. He's like...
He's working on his finger.
You're playing the vagina.
He's working on his...
Sean is really good.
Show them your finger work.
Noel is really good at playing the vagina. Yeah. The meat mouth organ.
The ham Monica.
Stop it. I can't top that.
Looks like a ham roll that somebody's kicked across the barber's floor.
She's a fanny on her like a busted sofa.
Like a punched lasagna.
Like a punched lasagna. Like a wizard to sleep.
They're all coming all shapes.
It's like waving a wand in a cave, son.
Oh dear.
Swear to
But they
God.
have been. Oh God, listen.
God spurs
God
us.
spurs. If God spurs us, she'll go to Turkey and get one of them.
Designer vaginas. I made a
tightened
joke
ones.
the other night. I don't know why. It just come off the cuff. We were talking. Well, I was talking, obviously, at the Roddy's, and we were talking. I don't know why I'm saying we were talking. I go off on wee tangents, you know. And he ended up talking about Turkey. I was like, "Oh, fuck, there's a few turkey teeth in the audience." And I went, "Girl, see if you see a fella that goes to Turkey, and he comes home, and he didn't get his hair or his teeth done, definitely ask him out, because you know he's spent the extra money to go and get himself a few extra inches."
Yeah, but I think that's all. I would think because a lot of the times whenever people do those things, it doesn't work just as well. It looks like a. It looks
Skinned.
Like it looks like it's been slammed on a door.
It looks like a sausage roll that you've left in the oven for too long, like there's bits coming out.
I
and
do
all.
like it's the same. It's maybe the same size.
Yeah.
But it's thicker, and so it looks like
Yeah.
it looks like a sausage roll with too much pastry on it.
Yeah, and there's just like this wee thing.
There's the wee, you can see the wee sausage in the middle, but there's loads and loads of pastry
Yeah.
around
It's
it.
like
And
his friends when Joey had to make a fake dick.
Yes.
Pastrami and all around
He
it.
tried to put pastrami. He tried make a fake foreskin.
Yeah, they were like, pick your, which one do you want?
That's a big
Like,
thing.
come on,
It's not like
have a go.
that's like a thing in America because like most American men are
Yeah.
circumcised very early.
A friend of mine in uni, she was an American exchange student, and no, it wasn't the one you're thinking of. This was a different one.
She was swimming in foreskin and she loved it.
She actually freaked out the first night that she had sex with her boyfriend because she was like, "Oh my God!" Like they were drunk. She was going, "What is that? What is that?
A wee bit.
What is that?" And he was
What
going,
is that turtleneck?
"What? Like that's something you don't want to hear. It's like a little Sharpay."
It's like a little.
Yeah.
What?
Hello.
Great.
Yeah. Fashion, darling. Scarves will
It's
never
like
be out.
It's a wee halter neck for your.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like,
Fear.
so she said that she was like, and that's not something that a man wants to hear
What
when
is
they're about
that?
to get busy. She went, "What is that? What is that? Oh my God, what is that?" And he was like, "It's just, I don't know, like it's just
Like what exactly?
Dick.
I was like, what exactly is it? That you're looking at? Like what exactly is
foreskin."
it? But just to say, she should have been saying like it's she should have pointed.
Yeah,
what's this
not
bit?
what is that? Like, what is that little bit? She had never seen one before. Like, foreskin, she'd seen dicks, but she'd never seen a
Oh,
foreskin.
she'd seen more dick ends than wick ends.
Oh,
what'll I
dick
tell
ends
you?
and wick ends.
I do love that one.
I actually turned around to somebody the other day and I was like, she's a really good girl, like, you know. It's like she could count in one hand the many fellas she's been with and all. And he was like, looked at me and I was like, so can everybody.
like it's all.
Yeah, like us all.
No, I just. But you, did you ever know? Like, do you ever know any wee religious people from school who got married when they were like 18 or 19?
So they could get the
So
ride.
they could get the ride, and I always felt really sad to me because I thought, and like even I remember at university there was like a girl. Well, she didn't go to uni when she was my. Whenever I worked at. Well, I'm not going to say it because like she might work out who she is. But yeah, she and this guy, and the reason we knew them is because he had been friends with other people and they had gotten married just so they could have sex. And I just think, imagine, but like that's a lot of pressure.
Then you go to yourself, okay, so you're obeying the rules, you're obeying God that way. You get married so you can have sex. But then
what?
divorce is also a sin, is it not?
Divorce, you're not meant to get, well, I don't know. Oh, well, is it though? Because then,
Tell me this, David.
I thought you were
Are
allowed.
you a gold star gay?
Well, yes, I am, but I do have a slight thing with that terminology because it's a wee bit misogynistic.
Sorry, educate
Isn't
me,
it though?
please.
No,
Because
it isn't a wee bit
it
misogynistic.
was a gay man I heard say this.
It does. I think it's just a wee bit misogynistic because it alludes to the fact that, like, a gold star gay means that you are better gay for not having slept.
Oh.
Gold star means bing, gold star.
Oh, I thought it was like,
I
like you've passed a level where you're like, I've not even explored that side.
Levels.
Like
Oh,
the wee-
yeah.
The real road.
Once you hit the mushroom, you get big.
Go down all the pipes. Definitely a gold star, yeah.
No,
And then you're like, no, I'm a dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. I'm a
no,
down.
so yes, I am.
Right.
But yeah, I just think we need to.
But
I think
educate me, because I didn't know that.
But I think
So-
a lot of gay men. I think there's quite a lot of misogyny. Because.
Something plan like I've never even touched a phone.
Oh, I wouldn't go near it. Because I get there. Listen, for me, it's like an all body part. It's like your nose, your ears. It doesn't excite me, but it doesn't annoy me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not like, do you know what I mean? Like, do you know
You
what I'm
wouldn't
trying
be
to say?
bothered back,
No, it would be like, it's not something I think about.
Yeah, you'd be like,
You're partial to it.
I'm impartial. Impartial. Absolutely. Because it's, I think if anybody was like, oh, do you want to have a go? I think that would be a hate crime on my part.
Yeah.
Because I think I would treat it like one of those things that you had in the playground. Do you know the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Do you like the things that you went
Yes!
like that there? And they'd be like, what are you doing?
What did you call that? What did you call that?
I don't know what you called them.
picking
As long as you don't treat it like a pinata.
chatterbox.
You don't smack, but yes, but you
Treat
think
it
as
like a
well, like,
pinata.
especially
There's
people
fellas and you're
with
like,
bigger
mate,
ones who
that's
think-
my leg.
people with bigger ones who think,
They don't have to do anything.
and they just have to smash away at things.
I turned around. This is going to sound really awful, right? But I was talking to Curtis before and like chatting about stuff, and I happened to mention like guys that have like huge, big,
Humongo ones.
like like it's not good for
Devonish-sized
anything. Yeah,
ones.
Devonish-sized ones. And I was like, I mean, it's just shit. You don't need that anyway because you've nowhere to put it. I said, and into the bargain, they're always lazy lovers because they think they don't need to do anything. And meanwhile, he was sitting there and he still quotes me on this. He's like, yeah, they're ones that don't need to do anything because they think they just get. And I was like, I'm sorry if you felt emasculated, but I was trying to say that those people are crap.
Because there's a happy medium.
There is a happy medium.
You look at some of them and you go, that's the
That's
study.
what I'll call my all-male strip club, the happy medium.
Happy medium. Happy medium. But it's just like, you get like a strip, a wee dance and somebody reads your palm.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking more. I went there. I went like, you're going to have a great night
You're
tonight.
going to have a great night. Oh, this vein means that you're going to have a long life.
Da, da, da. Oh, sorry. Night. You're going to have a long night.
No,
yeah.
here we go. But yes, I think gay men can be a bit. And also, like women, like people who have their boobies in like a gay club, and gay men will come up and like grab their boobs and go, "It's okay because I'm gay." No, keep your hands to your fucking self.
Yeah, it's not okay. Like,
It's not okay,
just leave
scumbag.
me
You're still a
alone.
scumbag. You're just a gay scumbag.
Yeah.
So just stop
And
being-
then in that case, you can get people masquerading, and they're not really, and they just want to feel your boobs. Like,
I
don't.
would say the Kremlin. But did you ever see the Kremlin pictures recently?
No, why tell
Like,
me?
it's just not really, like, there's not very many gay people at it.
Make the Kremlin gay again.
I think the Kremlin would be a really good gay club.
Who is it?
Who is it?
The owner of the Kremlin.
So
Oh,
the Kremlin- we'll tell you
make
what.
the Kremlin gay
Have
again.
have more gay people at it. I think the Gremlin. The Gremlin.
The Gremlin.
I think
What should we call it, the Gremlin?
That's what
Lesbian only.
That's what I was going to say. I was going to say that the lesbian night,
Yeah,
the Gremlin.
the Gremlin.
Rename it the Gremlin.
Yeah, don't get it wet after 12 o'clock.
Don't feed it after midnight.
Don't feed it. Yes. Don't look at the light, bright light. Oh my god, that was too right.
Did you like that?
That was like really. I loved Gizmo.
He was like a wee creature. Was like I loved him.
I call my first cat Gizmo.
I think it was. I called my first child Gizmo.
Trying to remember the names of our children. I was like, what?
Yeah.
thought that's what
There's
you'd say
not
next.
one called Gizmo. Imagine, what's the worst child's name? What's the worst name you've ever heard somebody call it, their child?
Ronaldo.
Oh,
Like full on. Ronaldo!
Ronaldo McGinty.
Ronaldo, get over here! And I was like, not even Cristiano, like just
No,
Ronaldo.
Ronaldo.
Or people that give their children Irish names but don't pronounce them properly.
Aye.
Like I've heard that, like we were in the Kennedy Centre before Natch, and there was this woman going cackle, and I was like, that's a witch's laugh.
Like Cahill.
Cackle.
But she was saying cackle. But is that because could she not say maybe words like bottle? Do you like she says bockle?
Buckle.
Or like she can't say digital. Does she say digital?
I didn't really get
Well,
into it.
I would
I just
define
sort of
this
gave
woman
her a
and say,
wide
I
berth.
don't think she's the type of woman you want to go over and ask her.
Why did
Do you
you
know
give
what
your
I
child a name
really-
that you can't pronounce?
Speaking of words that you can't stand people mispronouncing, see if somebody says turlet.
That's a very Belfast thing, though.
It fucking turns the life clean out of me.
Turlet or
Do
tap.
you say turlet, Sean?
No, but my dad would.
Aye.
And he would say things like, measure
Measure
at door.
Oh, measure it.
I get that. Like, it's like there's an older Belfast thing. Like my daddy would sort of talk, and sometimes he'll say like try.
Oh, but that's a bit culty because my granny would say it like water.
Water.
But like water, but there's like a weird wee
Yeah.
T-H-E or
Water.
try again.
Try.
And you
yeah.
roll your R's wee, but try
Yeah.
again.
Or like you get certain it depends who I'm talking to, because I know that like even whenever I'm talking to you, sometimes I find myself going the water.
Well,
and
you slip in.
You slip in,
Because
like
I'm
I pick
Lurgan,
up.
I think Lurgan is a wee bit Belfast light.
yeah.
Belfast, like things that we, like pronunciations.
Yes, you are. You have.
Water,
you can still speak sort of nicely for a job
Yeah,
interview.
Belfast.
I could say, but it's just because whenever I moved away to different places, they didn't understand what I was talking about.
So you have to enunciate.
You have to soften everything.
That's
a
how
little
I
bit.
was whenever I was at uni, and like
Where'd you go
whenever
again?
I went up to Derry, just
Derry.
but
did
whenever
you-
you're talking, and especially with big up Derby, but you're speaking, and then whenever you're constantly like reading and writing essays, and you're an
Mm.
academic, so then I was doing and going, and if I am going to do this, da 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 da, but then you come down here and you speak it. And then everybody goes, "Hey, the fuck is she?"
I'm
she
going
is.
to be completely honest with you. This is me being totally honest, and this is inverse snobbery. I'm going to own it. I'm going to say it. I'm going to own it. I'm going to say that I actually am guilty of this. But someone who talks to me like this, I'm going out tomorrow night. I instantly don't trust them.
Can I put this up here just while because you said it off camera the last time that we were together, and I have not been able to get it out of my head. I actually said it to my daddy, and it was like, "Do you know what me and DDJ were talking about?" And he was like, "No," and I went,
Your dad's going to say, what?
"Do you know people? Do you know people who say frut?
Fruit.
Frut?
Listen, I'm on a diet this week, so I'm only eating fruit.
Fruit.
I'm gonna I'll
Fruit.
drink a little bust.
Bust.
I'll have sup.
A fruit?
Fruit sup, and
Fruit salad.
just have juice.
Just
Just have juice.
just."
It's like what?
Nobody speaks like that.
Where does it come from?
Stop it. Where did she go? Where did she come
That's like
from?
a bit of a
No, I
North
don't.
Downey.
Yeah, but also South Belfasty.
Yeah, South Belt. Like they feel like they have to.
I suppose if you think South Belfast, then if you go,
It goes East
does the
Belfast,
upper,
and but
does the Upper Newton Arch Road, would that be South Belfast? No, that would be.
no, that's
Do
East.
you think that's? Hold on, something's just fucking occurred to me.
rattled about in your wee head.
Do you know the way we use the term broad Belfast?
Uh-huh.
We're like, she is broad Belfast. Well, the east and the west sound the same. Do you think that's because
That's
it's
the
like
broad.
Do you know what I mean? And then if you're north and south, you're like long Belfast.
Do you think? I don't know.
Straight Belfast. Broad Belfast.
I don't.
tell you.
That's my way of sort of going politely. I don't think so. I think broad is just like
It's
if
good,
you've got a
but
broad,
it's not right.
If you've got a
I
broad
know.
accent,
I know.
it's
And
broad.
do you know there was this linguist who had a theory that the way that we
cunning
speak,
linguist?
this cunning linguist, you better be a cunning linguist or a master debater. I mean, you know.
Don't come me with shoddy skills. Tony,
pardon me.
what?
Yeah.
What am I talking about? Am I having a stroke?
She's blocked.
You're pretending.
She is
master
absolutely
Just don't be
good.
letting us know. That,
Or a,
like, and then
a
we'll think we're stupid.
masturbator.
A mass.
Well, it's someone who
Gets
like
up.
determines whether something is or isn't a mass.
Yes, it's like
Why there's somebody who gets up in
you
mass and
said.
just starts, like, going and
3
talking about
decades of the
this.
rotary, the rosary. So that's not a mass. A mass that does not make.
Is that the Catholic Rotary Club? The Rosary Club?
We'll go in and everybody watches you doing the rosary.
I imagine a lot of clicking. Does
Yeah.
the Rosary click?
Yeah, what is it? They call rosary rattlers. Where
Rosary
we like to.
rattlers.
Well, that's what Americans call Catholics. It's all right for your rosary rattlers, you know.
Listen, you could if you were at the Davenish, you could maybe double up as anal beads.
Oh,
If you
well.
Rattle a few rosaries.
Do you know what I mean? You go down a rosary out your.
Jesus, that's so good. My granny's dead because see if she was watching this, she'd cancel me.
Should have died or should have died.
Yeah, I take offence to that, David. I really love my rosary beads, so I do. Do you want to know
Your
something?
thunder beads.
Do you want to know something?
Do
Actually?
you have some rosaries in your bag?
I was flying recently.
Oh, you bad flyer.
No, I'm all right.
Had them from Saturday, didn't you?
I was gonna say, what do you think you're gonna do with your rosaries? Like hook on to something? Do you know what I mean? And,
I
like,
whipped
and
them off.
save your life.
Oh, this is the wee this is the wee bag actually. Yeah, I'll just cling. See, as long as you jump before it hits the ground, do you not think you'd be all right? But yes, anyway, I have rosaries in this bag along with a load of chocolate.
When we moved
nibbles.
into our house that we're living in now, we found a wee thing of unopened rosaries. Oh. That I wondered.
They've left that there for you.
For us because they knew it was homos moving in. But it was €3.99. It was €3.99 for a wee rosary. Is that dear? Is that a dear
That's
rosary?
cheap.
Is that cheap?
I'll tell you this much actually.
cheap.
Do you see,
Yeah,
do you
it
see
is.
the fucking holy shop?
Nice values.
£120,000, £3.99.
Yeah.
Just for them rosaries.
The holy shop is fucking ridiculous. You like
It's the gayest place. If you go in, isn't it? It's like wow, look at all the gold and look at all
Yeah.
the glamour. Like, isn't
yeah.
it? It's all
Somebody
like
Mommy,
Here we go.
gotta love ya, gotta love ya,
Somebody
mommy.
described it recently as God's merch store.
it's God's.
God's merch store.
If God was a drag queen, if
Yeah.
God was a drag queen, it would be what would God's name be if he was a drag queen?
What if God smoked cannabis? What would it be? Big Daddy. Big Daddy G.
Big Daddy. But
Oh no,
I
if he
forget
was a
my
drag
name.
queen,
If he was a drag.
Happy game.
come back again. Do you know I love the wee Christian sayings? There's one in Downpatrick that says, "What is missing from," and then it's spelled church. Well, it's CH, CH, and it's like, "What is missing?" And then you're like, "You are." You are.
You are.
What's missing?
I mean, I remember
You are.
years
Yes,
ago.
you need a corpus.
I remember years ago, whenever I thought that I wanted to be a journalist.
Did you?
I went and I did like a journalism
Well,
course.
babe.
Tell me all about it. And this was for my next Pulitzer. But we went to. I did like this journalism course at Belfast Met. Do not do it. It is awful. It was the worst time, and it was totally kicked off all my mental health. But anyway, we went down and put this one story with this Bala. Nahinch, it was Balnahinch Baptist Church.
Always off to a bad start.
No good things come from the first saying of Balnahinch Baptist Church. But they had this guy come over who was like the leader of this world gay cure conversion thing.
Oh, shit.
And they were having like a big chat about it, and they were having this. We were outside going, no, don't. I was there writing on it, and then I went. So I got a lift with the girl who was protesting it outside. And they came out, and the wee man was like, if like he was very, very Protestant wee country man, and he was like, he's very welcome to come in. Do you know what ways? Do you know what country old religious men are somewhere?
Your arsehole?
They might say up your sphincter, but like the sound, like they might just be. If you were talking to them on the phone, it sounds like they might just be wanking.
Yeah.
Do you know that sort of way? It's like do you know that? Do you know what I mean? It's that way. It's that kind of. There's something. Do you know like it's going to go like that at some point?
Yeah.
But he's like, you can come in as long as you're respectful to see what's going on. And I was like, fuck, I am
You know
going
what,
in.
you know what that voice is? It's, all right, Frank, I'm just calling up to say about the wee parade that happened in the parish last week.
Have you seen that guy that goes in and he's like, "We're going to go and look for the Presbyterian Mass."
Presbyterian Mass.
he like goes,
That's wild.
"Will you
Presbyterian
see
heard you
this?"
saying that. They take a
I
buckle on
got
their eye.
I have a cousin's group chat that is called Spuds and Punishment Beatings.
Bloods and punishment beatings.
And my cousin renamed it that because he said that's all we ever talk about in it. Where's the best place to get a good sack of spuds and who's had their knees done, right?
That film Belfast. That film Belfast should be like renamed Spuds and Punishment Beatings.
Spuds and Punishment Beatings.
It's just
Like-
not basically.
But see, also the memes from the Devonish
Just
were giving me life. But here,
It's meat and two veg.
I will send this to you, Sean, okay, so you can show the viewers.
In the search of the Protestants in the Protestant Hall.
Hold on.
Oh,
What's going on?
here we go.
He's looking for the Protestants.
Teens, gents, ladies, shit.
He realizes they're in there.
Well, he's going into like a Presbyterian church.
A fine lad.
the mass.
Oh, he's got on the doors at the front.
This is great. Walls and gates and
I hope he...
you love your McDonald's, don't you?
Straight out the mall.
Yeah, he's related them all. So,
Who's
yes.
he related? Oh, is he in fact, or is that just because?
No, it isn't, but he's
Just
taken
'cause he
his
quoted
inspiration.
Mom.
He quoted Ma. I would get him a wee Patreon to fix his Dell flick, but that's different. That's a different story.
I mean, yeah, totally. But I just think, like, see if I was sitting in mass, they need to make mass more interesting.
But
Make
like-
mass fun again.
But even if you were to go to like a Presbyterian one, it's not fun. I'm not a Presbyterian.
I
I'm
want
Church
to
of
go
Ireland.
to Black Church.
I want to go to Southern Baptist.
Yes, like, you know, where they sing and they're celebrating and they're like,
And there's like wee women at the front, like
Jesus
mop on their
loves you.
forehead.
Jesus loves you. Jesus, here we're like, Jesus died for you because you are a terrible person.
But that's
We're about to eat his body and drink
see, I
his
don't.
blood.
We see that's we don't do that. We don't eat it. We don't. It doesn't. It's not real.
Yeah,
It's
whereas...
only what do you call it? Transubstantiation.
Yes,
Transubstantiation.
transubstantiation.
Yeah, we don't do that. We just have a big, and with Church of Ireland, we do mass. Like we
You
do,
do?
like we do. You know,
I wanna-
communion. We do communion.
I want a priest to come in and go, right, what's the crack? I once rewrote all the Gospels West Belfast style because it was bored and work, right?
You know yourself.
And you know yourself. I should actually get them up and like read them out to you some. But I thought like I could relate to that. Do you know what I mean? Jesus was knocking about where all of his mates, right? And didn't even have nothing to eat. And Jesus says, "No, what it is. Go and grab us. What have we got here? We'll all divvy in together. Like empty out your pockets."
Who's got fish? Who's got baps?
Yeah, fish and pops. Know what it is? Mere bring it to me, lads. Or else, like, whenever he was at the
hate
wedding, he was
your-
like, here, don't be fucking letting the doorman know, but I'm going to turn this into a wing, right?
He's loads of Evian. That's all
Yeah.
right, son. On you go to your
Grab
room.
yourself a bottle of Ballygown from the bar. Just go up and ask him for a jug of water. Go. Shh. You haven't it up yet.
Ice.
Yeah, go. Get water. No waste. No. That's too hard to do. I don't know what spell yet.
But like, how does it work? Did he just go? Because like, I always that's. Do you know the bit? You know the bit where Jesus goes into like the temple and they're gambling in the temple and Jesus like Jesus upturned the table.
Was that in the film?
In the film of Jesus?
Part 2 has been...
Jesus.
It was the cut thing.
Jesus, the film.
Jesus.
The film. The film.
The epic, yeah.
F-I-L-L-U-M. The film.
Film.
No, but like the bit where Joe like there's the bit where he goes in. You know,
Yes.
where it's like do you know, like there's a whole bit in the middle where we don't know what happened to Jesus. So he went to
When
Egypt
he was
when
a
he was
boy,
a baby.
he was a boy who'd been into the temple on the Sabbath, and he said, "Is this how you treat my father's house on the
That's my
Sabbath?"
father's house.
Which is grand because I've went into my house sometimes in the middle of the party. Man, is this how you treat my fucking ma's house? I let you in here because I had a... She's
Jesus.
coming back from Benidorm in 5 hours. Jesus, cunt.
Look at there, all her ladro's been fucking broke on this shelf. I'm gonna get my fucking head.
Do you know what I mean?
But so then I do that. So then you know, he comes in and he goes, "These are all gambling in the temple," and he turned. But I thought that he did it with like the Force.
Oh, he used
Do
the
you know,
force?
like telekinesis? I thought
Did
I thought he went sort of. No, because he's been going around. He's been going around walking on water and turn things into wine and
Telling
like,
people not to hit each other or be violent.
And then he was like out there, and I thought the table, but he just hoofed it like out there. But I thought it was more.
Do you think Jesus is Obi-Wan Kenobi?
Yeah,
Yeah, like he's just went
Yeah.
Darth Vader style.
I pure force whipped it. Went.
I do not answer by that
These
name
are not
anymore.
the disciples you're looking for.
Pardon your sins are.
Yoda wouldn't be a priest. Yoda man.
As yourself treat others.
Forgive you, God should.
What was Jesus at between the ages of 0 and 33? Because you just hear about him being 33.
He's 33, I know.
And then
He
that's it.
started up again when he was about 30, didn't he?
He started up again.
Was that 3 whole years?
He's a bit like me. I was a bit of a non-starter until I was about 33.
He did do a lot in 30 years. He did more than I did in my life between the ages of 30 and 33.
In fact, you could liken my life to Jesus. Because, like, until I got to 30.
We're listening.
Till I got to...
We're all listening now.
Don't do much with your life until...
I lived it with her, you can't.
I got sober.
I could still...
You really can't know.
I could still be
Drunk and
a
debauchery.
deity. You know what I mean? I'm not 30 yet.
You're not 30
I could
yet.
just
You
discover
could.
between now and the
No, but
next
he,
3 years.
he knew
There-
when he was a wee boy that he
there's
was
theories
son
that
of
What was he at? What was
He
at for 30
travelled.
years?
He
People think he
took a
went to
gap year
Egypt
if
and all.
It lasted 30 years.
Yeah, he did. He
A gap year.
He
took
went
a-
on his holidays.
He went
Jesus,
backpacking.
he went backpacking. He
Jesus
was
on
on the
his-
fucking Euro.
Jesus
class.
on his gap year.
Yeah,
I went-
gap year.
on
Yeah,
my gap year.
I was
went
going to do the Princess Trust. Yeah,
I went to the Prince of Heaven's Trust. I went and helped children in
Yes.
Nicaragua build cottages.
Daddy has put a lot of pressure on my shoulders, you know. So I just like really have to help out.
I'm enjoying
everyone.
myself now. Because
Jesus do work experience.
Yeah.
at his dad's, at his Earth,
On a full moon party.
his Earth Dad's house.
Yeah.
Because he had an Earth Dad.
He
and a
did.
Heaven Dad.
Jesus was the ultimate person that had like a dad who
Two
lived
daddies.
with a dad who wasn't his actual dad.
What happened to Joseph? Because like, whenever like at the wedding of Cain and all this, you don't hear much about Joseph anymore. So you don't.
Joseph was just put in the corner. Do you know what I mean?
Is Joseph
They-
Joseph of Arimathea? Or are they different men?
I have
There's Joseph and there's Joseph of Arimathea.
Of Arimathea.
I think that's why he's called Joseph of
Of
Arimathea.
Arimathea.
right. The difference
Like,
like
there's
Joseph.
Mary, who's
No,
Jesus-
not that
Jesus'
Joseph.
Mother, and then there's Mary Magdalene.
Mary Magdalene.
Yeah.
Where's she from?
Belfast.
Belfast.
Mary Magdalene was a rock for Jesus. She was because Magdalene in Aramaic translates to the rock.
Oh, it's
right?
not just that she's from the town of
So
Magdala.
supposedly Jesus
I
and
absolutely thought that that's where she was from. Like, I was Mary of like, that's where she was from.
yes, well,
Because,
they,
you know,
right,
he's the
so
Nazarene.
I
She's
watched
the Magdalene.
this amazing documentary called Jesus's female disciples, and whenever you like look at some of the older scripts, it'll say that the disciples went out duo, which is also used in the Ark. So duo means two by two, but also 2 by 2 male female. You have to remember back in the days,
Like Mormons.
it was nothing but
Or
failures.
what's it called? The ones that come around your door.
Jehovah's Witnesses. But you know, you don't have any of them in Belfast because if the cops call to your door, you witness nothing, right?
Jehovah's Tits.
But man, so Jesus had female disciples, and everybody says that Magdalene, they were like, obviously, whenever the Catholic Church came in, they were like, a woman? Ha! Fuck that. Get all the women
Was
bishops
she
out.
not? Did Jesus not call Mary Magdalene my apostle of the apostles?
The women were his benefactors. The women kept everyone like in money and fed. They were usually married, well off
She was
people
a-
who supported Jesus.
Do people say she was a prostitute? But I don't think she was a prostitute.
No, they
Was she
just
not like
called her that because she was a woman that hung around with men.
But did she not own? Did her and her mum not own an inn, and so they had money? They were business owners, so they had money.
They
Coming
don't
in.
even know that. They don't even know that much. And I think Jesus gave his mates nicknames, so he would call her Magdalene. Like, meaning, like, like she was always there. She was very constant, do you know what I mean? Throughout, like, his
Sounds like
endeavours.
he's blocked and he's trying to make it up there.
Aye, yeah.
He's like, you're my rock.
You're my fucking series. Mary, I know my mommy's Mary, right?
But you're
Right.
Mary. I can't be calling you
Right.
Mary.
But you're fucking...
Mary,
you're-
Mary. There's fucking loads of Marys.
Like, nobody's ever gonna fucking... Oh, no, don't do that. That there gives me trauma, right? No... Nobody's ever going to compare to my mommy Mary, right? But see you, you're Mary fucking Magdalene.
She's like, is that right? Well, do you know what you could do? Marry me. Stop
Yeah.
making everybody
And he
talking that I'm a
goes,
hooker. Do you know what I mean? Like, marry
no
me.
homo.
You hang around with 12 men.
Yeah.
What's going on, Jesus?
What's going on?
going-
I love that Jesus is definitely from West Belfast. He's in his 30s. He still lives with his ma. She thinks he's a god. Treats him like a king. His dad that lives with him isn't his real dad, and he just knocks about with his mates all the time.
So a lot of parallels with Stephen Nolan.
Yeah.
Still loves this mom.
And his daddy was a carpenter.
He's not married. Although
Loads of
Stephen Nolan
joiners.
is. What did you say? Stephen Nolan is about 57, 58? Is he
60 yet?
No, he's not as.
I
Stephen
love the
Nolan
way
is
we were
not
more
as-
likely to believe that. We were like
You
60.
both look round.
Stephen Nolan is not as old as you think he is. Like I think he is only like 55, 56.
As
He's in his mid to late 50s.
Well,
he's not in
as
his
Leanne
60s.
McCooey likes to say, there's no wrinkles in a balloon.
Wrinkles in the balloon.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
See, I think
terrible.
wrinkles. I know, God love him.
God forgive me.
God,
Oh, it's awful. God spares us.
well, I tell you, it's perfect.
Forgive me, God must.
Forgive you, God will.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's like one of those, like, you know, those accents that they have over in America whenever they're trying to do an Irish person.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know, hello. Like,
Oh
like
my
a New
God.
York,
Jesus.
like a New York cop.
I watched an episode of Law and Order, Special Victims Unit, the other day, and it was like, who is this guy that keep talking about the what it was. It was like the ghost. It's like the ghost. It's like we found some reports of a guy going by the name of the ghost in
The ghost.
In Mexico City. It's actually a guy called Seamus O'Hannity's from Belfast. It's like, he got let out in 1998 for the Good Friday Agreement.
Oh
It's
my God.
A previous gunrunner for the RAF.
I can't.
Raw.
Like, it's like the start of Die Hard whenever it's like, we are looking for freedom for the provost in... there is a part of me that watches that every Christmas and goes, yeah.
and then Phantom, they're like, it's like, do you recognize this kid? It's like you were raising funds for the IRA. It's like, I wasn't raising no funds for any IRA. I was raising funds for Sinn Féin, a legitimate cause for the Republican movement. So I was.
Even that's a better accent. That's a better accent than the one they do in America. Did anybody watch Marcella Series 3?
I saw it on Gogglebox, but I didn't actually.
Fucking awful.
Was it?
It was fucking awful. Everybody, even your woman, what do you call her? Amanda.
Hugginkiss?
What do you call your woman from Amanda? Amanda Hugginkiss? Seymour Butts?
Seymour Butts.
You know your woman from, she was the
Anita
original
Shade.
Silent Witness?
Oh,
Iva Biggin.
oh yes, I know. You call her
Amanda.
No, you call her. And I know this because a friend of mine named her child the same name that she has because it was lovely. It is a lovely name.
No, not Amelia Fox.
No.
The one who was before her.
Yeah, you called her. I can't remember anyway.
Anyway, is she not from Belfast? And she's talking like that there, and everybody says everything like that. It's like, no, why? Nobody talks like that.
I just think that if Derry Girls has taught us anything, it's stop trying to anglicise your accent so that people can understand it.
Just talk.
Like, and it's not that we speak funny. Okay, we do. But we're tuned into the English accent more because we're
Yes.
watching their TV all the time. You know, BBC, all those things that come on. So they're just not used to our accent.
Yes.
But if they get the hang of it, I mean, everybody watches everything with subtitles now anyway.
Yeah, because they're
Well, I do.
stupid. People are stupid.
I have to watch with subtitles. It's
Do
an
you?
ADHD thing. I like to be able to look at the same time. I just feel like I can't absorb it if the subtitles.
Oh, I would
is
have
on.
too much to look at. If I had the subtitles down, I'd have too much to look at, and then I can't see. I need to be able to see your face when you're talking.
Yeah.
If I'm watching the program, I need to see.
Do you like to be able to look at the face? See, and it's probably, maybe whenever I'm older, I'll stop doing it. It's probably because in my house as well. Like, there's so many kids that
There's
sometimes I
screaming going
go,
on.
put the fucking subtitles on.
Aye.
There's no point. Like, you know, I need to be able to read this film.
Or the people who go like I say, turn the TV down so we can talk, and then they put the subtitles on so they're still watching TV.
Yeah, they're
I get
just-
that. No, you're still not listening to me. You're watching
That's
TV.
awfully rude.
It's awful.
That's terrible fucking
my
rude. Do you remember whenever your granny would be telling your mummy how you get on? Like if she was mating you? And there was always this moment that I would be afraid that I was
She's
getting
going
a
to tell the
slap.
truth.
Because she would go, she was terrible good today.
That's that wee microsecond.
Yeah, just that. Like, she was terrible good.
I was at my nana's all the time because my mum had to work, so I was at
Yeah.
nana's all the time.
Yeah.
So she was just like another mummy doing that way. So you didn't really. She didn't have to give an update if she wanted.
I
to
rang my granny once. We were the ones that were always in my granny's house, right? And there might have been some people who were like, that's because whatever. But we were always in my granny's house. Because she lived down the road, we were real close to her and my granddad, and we used to go in, torture them all the time. But because of the familiarity there, my granny would have told us off.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Oh, we'd have got Nana
Like-
would have scalped us. Like,
My first food sentence was, no, you wee frigger. Right?
wee frigger.
And my granny, I
I love
remember
frigger.
looking at her face because she was on the landing at the time, and I went, you wee frigger. And she went, like that.
Did
But
she
she
laugh
used
at
to
you?
call me a wee frigger.
A wee frigger.
So I thought it was fine to say. But I remember I used to go, how come she talks to all the other cousins nice?
she doesn't talk to
But
me.
she'll say to me, no, you can't have a biscuit. But if, or, you know, get down from there, get down. Whereas somebody else will be like,
Get in!
come here, you love, come on, you down from there. Do you know what I mean?
But it was the same thing. She was
Yeah.
being familiar with you because you were in the house all the
yeah,
time.
but I rang her up before pretending to be my cousin from London, right? Or Sinead. And I went, hi, Nanny, what's you doing? You know, just phone. She was like, oh, Sinead, love, is that you? What are you doing? Oh, dead. And I was like, yeah, I'm out my bike today. No,
Sinead sounds like
and she was
shit
like,
crackle.
doing all. Sinead, this was me doing our Sinead.
Oh, right. Sinead.
Sinead's actually fucking
I'm sure
brilliant.
Sinead's
crack.
very interesting, but as a child, she sounds like fucking dog.
But I was just seeing how much my granny would put up with and like trying to be like, and she went to me, and then I went, Granny, and she was like, yes, and I went, how come you never talk to me like that? She went, is that you, Bronagh? You fucking wee bastard, you wee frigger.
What was your
Fucking
granny's name?
Isabel.
That's a granny name.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Necessary on a bag.
Isabel necessary on a bake.
Isabel necessary.
Isabel, yeah, we Isabel.
It is a Steve, like, you know, Stevie
I love
Wonder's
her.
crossing the
Or
road.
Belle. She got Belle. She was a lady, like, and I don't know how the fuck she helped her or us because I am not a lady.
Isabel. That's a granny name. What my granny's name was Iris, but because we're from Lurgan,
That's such a granny name.
but we pronounce
Ash.
it Ash. Ash Hyacinth.
She doesn't know her Ash from her elbow.
Ash Hyacinth.
Irish.
Iris.
Hyacinth.
Was her name.
Was her surname Bouquet?
It was King.
Was it?
King.
That is very.
Before
like,
she was married, and then she Smith. Iris Hyacinth King.
Iris Hyacinth King. Well, I'll tell you what. I bet you she had perfect diction.
No, she didn't.
Your granda must have had a
No.
perfect diction then.
He was from Portydown. I don't know how she got married. She married out. She married in
did she?
Portydown.
She married into Portydown?
But my granny came to live in Lurgan. But one of her sisters-in-law is called was God rest her. It was called Iris as well.
God rest her.
God rest her. She was Iris, and we always called her by her maiden name.
Right. Yes, the wee women do that.
We called her by maiden, but there's one day my auntie Iris was. You could tell that she was a bit like, I've been married into this family for ages.
Aren't you still calling her a maiden name?
Because my nana wasn't. She was Iris King now because she had married the brother. Nana wasn't Iris King anymore, so she was pissed off.
Yeah,
But
so she was like...
She wasn't actually... This one, she was... I have to say now, I'm putting it down into the universe that this was one of the loveliest women.
Yeah.
So do you like... Just one of the loveliest women you'll ever have
But she
properly
would be like
met.
Iris Delaney, and it's like, I've been Iris King for the past 15 years.
You could see her going... And that was like her... That was the height of her getting really annoyed. She would have gone, I guess... Do you know that way? That was her getting...
Those women had such self-control.
Oh, whereas my nana would have been like... "Rah, rah." Do you know what I mean?
See, the
That kind of
second
thing.
my granny or my ma would have better... My ma used to just bite her finger. See, whenever she did that, you just
Blood
knew.
running down her hand.
You just knew. I remember like being cheeky to her before and then just running up the end of the garden and out, and I was like, she'll never fucking catch me. She has asthma, blah blah blah, and I was like, but
She's got asthma.
asthma. The good thing is that then you would go away and she would
Bitch has
forget
got
about
asthma.
it.
She's not gonna catch up
Bitch,
with me.
I got bronchitis. Anybody got time for it?
I woke up to get myself a cold pop.
I thought somebody must be barbecuing this summer.
I said, "Oh Jesus, Lord, it's a fire."
I love her. Bring back
Bring back
her.
Sweet Brown.
Do you want Sweet Brown? I think
that her
you called
name?
her.
Sweet
yeah.
Brown?
Sweet,
Brown.
wasn't it?
Sweet, wee sweetie.
Do you want to hear the dirty word?
A Timophila. Timophila. Is that like a love of Irish people? Tim's.
Did I spell that right?
Is it Timophila?
Feel. Hold on.
Timophilia.
Feel. Come here. I was too busy talking.
We were too busy getting.
I missed out now.
Timophilia. So obviously philia is always something that you like or is like a fetish of a thing.
Yeah.
Timo. Is it so? Timophilia. Give me a clue.
Right. Always go for a man with a bulge in his pocket. It's either his willy or his wallet. You can't go wrong. Now, I say it was the latter.
As well as wallet. Like somebody who loves money.
Somebody who is attracted to
Like
wealthy.
sexually attracted, but they need to get off on money.
On money, like they're sexually attracted. So I'm going to read it out to you. So timophilia is like time, worth, philia, right? Refers to those who are sexually aroused by wealth or status. So,
Like a Kardashian.
or like, you know, like somebody, the president, yeah, okay, go on then.
Or like you're out in the night. Like
Just try not to get it on a good blue dress, do you know?
Or do
them
you know,
people?
like, do people like Monica Lewinsky's dress and her ma kept in the fucking freezer for
I
till
was
it was
trying
time?
not to name her, but yeah.
Monica. But I have to say though, Monica Lewinsky's a wee bit of a hero because everybody thought that he was class, and now we know that he was on Epstein Island. And Monica Lewinsky, I think there's a little bit of
He's always been a dirty bastard.
vindication for Monica Lewinsky because she had to go through the whole thing. It's like, oh, she's a her.
No, I
And
feel
it wasn't-
terrible for Monica.
I think Monica Lewinsky. you know,
It's terrible.
she's a
How
wee bit of
Monica
a-
went through it. I mean, she was just doing a wee job.
Her
And
ma
like,
might
he
have been
told
a
her he
dirty
loved her.
bitch. Like her ma definitely had her head screwed on, for she was like, right, stick that cummy dress into the freezer there so we can keep the DNA. And then
Did you watch the American Crime? And it was all like a breakdown of that. It was really. But see what they did to her. Like
She
it
was
awful.
obviously, I think, a wee bit of vindication because I'll Bill now, you know that he was hanging around with your
Apparently, he
man.
had a hook in his dick.
One of them hooky ones.
That was how she was able to say, like, I'm not lying. I can describe his. I can draw a picture of it.
You can shag you around the corner.
Yeah, you can check it around the corner.
You could shag it through a letterbox.
Looks like he's indicating that, right?
Boomerang. Sticks like one of them. You know one of them things you put around your neck in the airplane?
Can you imagine the many people that were ringing the Devony show on Sunday going, "Is it just find a pair of false teeth around there?"
My inhaler.
my granny got her false teeth slapped clean out of her mouth the other night.
I was only there to pick my daughter up, and I did not mean to go in there. I certainly did not mean
It was
to.
an
We had the two
absolute-
owl dolls. Like, I never took his willy out. I nearly had a stroke. Which what was wrong? Yeah, I couldn't reach.
I love it. I nearly had a stroke. Like, oh no. See, whenever I saw the comment that said about sitting with a cock on your shoulder, like someone at a what is it, parakeet show
In
in
Tenerife.
Tenerife, I LOL'd. I was over picking up my car at the time, and I read it, and it was like, I'm all for a sex show, but why was people sitting with a dick on their shoulder like a woman at a parakeet show in Tenerife? And I proper, like,
Lolled.
lulled, and then the woman who was giving me my keys was like, "You all right?" And I was like,
He was like, he's able to put a whole like a Rolex around it and all. Tell you the time.
yeah.
What time is it, love?
next thing she's wearing my Rolex.
I forgot myself. Heard no, somebody rapped the door,
Right.
and I went down to
Somebody at the
the
door.
door. I should have brought him in.
Who's at the door?
was it?
It was somebody giving out leaflets for a pizza shop.
Really? I don't want, mate, you owe me fucking $2.50 because you've just ate into my podcast time here. See, while you're at it, bring up a couple of slices of pizzas and we'll tell you if it's any good.
Couple of wee pepperonis.
He's like,
Yeah.
sorry to bother you. And I was like, hang on, I'll talk to you out here. And then
Sorry to
I was
bother you.
talking
Are
to him
you-
for about a minute before I went, I'm sorry, I'm wearing a party hat.
You're chatting away. Aye.
Stop it.
All it done.
So-
And I guess I was like, oh, I'll take that off. And I went, no, that's the wrong way. And I just left it there.
For those who
He's
cannot
doing
see
this here.
Sean, he's got it like this here.
Yeah, because that's less stupid. I love it. I
Totally.
love
Yeah,
it.
I'll take a
Yeah.
couple of wee menus off you there, mate. I know, boss. Thanks.
Big,
Thanks,
yeah, thanks very much.
That's good when you're open that dead on. That's fast.
That's
cool,
like the
that's dead
time
on.
I opened the door to, I ordered a Chinese. I had just had the kids. I had just had the kid. I'd just had Kai. And we ordered a Chinese from the Chinese restaurant across the street. And I know this is really lazy, but I had not long given birth. And I was like, I'm getting it delivered.
I'm full of stitches here.
I don't care. Yeah,
not
I was
going
in
over.
stitches and not in a funny way, right?
Funny, right?
I could walk up both sides of the falls at the same time, son. So it was like, right, can you deliver it? And so they came across to my apartment and I opened the door and I was like, and he was like, there you go. And it was like dead cheeky. And I went,
Why do you treat me like that?
so I fucking closed the door and I marched in with my big box of Chinese and I was like, he was awful fucking cheeky. Just because, I mean, I paid him the full delivery fee.
Aye.
I was like, I paid him. I paid the fucking, and he was going, Curtis was going, Bronagh. And I went, like, so fuck if I want to get it delivered. I'm entitled to get it. And he was going, Bronagh. And I was going, fucking, like, do you not think, do you think I should phone up and complain about him? And he went, love your tits out.
But if that was the face he made, I still think that's a bit cheeky.
Yeah.
You should have been like, ah.
But he was like, he must have, the poor man, I must have been breastfeeding. So the whole breastfeeding, the bra was down.
Or did you have, it's one of them ones, like the peaky ones?
Yeah.
nursing ones?
So, and like the tit was just out and like there. And he was like that. So, and then
Fair play to you, love.
marched away.
There's your chow mein. Fair
Yeah,
play.
he was just like,
I don't care, love. You're not getting this for free.
Cut your bop away, love.
yeah, I'm on my last morning.
Or like, there you go, love. That's great. There's your change. And by the way, listen, don't mean to make you feel bad, but your daddy's hanging out. See you later, love.
I would have appreciated that.
Just put it out.
You know, because like
Your
they're
daddy's
supposed to be in pairs anyway. One's no good. We'll use your imagination. They both look the same.
Sometimes though the Sunday meat, because the top of the Sunday is the Sunday Sport. The Sunday Sport will have like a nipple count on the top of each page.
Does it?
And sometimes it's an odd number.
What do you mean?
Like so
What do you
sometimes
mean?
So like a nip. So like when Sunday Sports got ditties and all every page. So there'll be like a nipple count at the top. So sometimes it's an odd number. So you're only getting like an odd number of nipples. They should be
My
even.
OCD couldn't cope.
They should be even. Surely you should have even numbers of nipples.
Is one shy?
Or should stand like
Maybe one has 3 nipples. Like Total Recall, you know.
the one
Fish from The Simpsons?
Oh, 3-eyed fish, yeah.
Chandler from
Maybe
Friends.
she was born next to cellophane.
Nubbin?
It's nubbin.
His nubbin, yeah.
hard.
That was it. You told me that was a nubbin.
That was a nubbin. It's a nipple. I want a big bit of that.
I absolutely. We are really, really thankful for you for joining us on this episode of Word Up. We're going to have a wee yarn here if you fancy joining our Patreon. And thank you. Here, I must say to the Patreon, David got in touch and has gotten me a t-shirt made. And here, that reminds me, I need to send him the address. But whenever the t-shirt is made, I'm going to show you it because it's something that we have said on this. And he said he just found it really funny. And
He sent me one
did he?
too.
Get
But
away.
it hasn't arrived yet.
Right, so I'm going to send him the address
What does
to
it
send it
say?
to.
It says, I've pulled myself into extinction. Which is something
Which is... So if you would like more of our Patreon crack, sign up. Go over to the wee Patreon Word Up. We'll put the link underneath it. Yeah, he was proud of that one.
Nice.
I loved it. I pulled myself into extinction.
My word. That's sore. Like. That's sore.
Sounds sore.
Dinosaur.
But thank you very much. And here's the 37.
Back in the 90s when I was a